Hey guys, so today we are going to talk about CoverGirl Clean Glow Blush in the shade Roses. It actually comes in two shades, Roses and Peaches, so I opted for Roses. I paid $6.79 for it, and you get 12 grams or 0.42 ounces of product. This is what it looks like in the package. It's 3 different shades, and you can use them individually or you can swirl them together. And that's what it looks like up close. This has been out for roughly a year, give or take a few months. And I cannot tell you how many times I have picked this up when I've been at the store, looked at it, put it back on the shelf, and walked out and didn't buy it. And the reason for that is, like I said, the two shades that it comes in are Roses and Peaches. Does this even remotely look like a shade that should be named Roses to you? To me, this looks like it should be the Peaches shade. But the Peaches shade, anyway, I just didn't feel as if this color was representative of what's in the pan. Yeah, that does not look like Roses to me. So I thought, well, I'm going to try it anyway because I've been picking it up and looking at it for a year, so I couldn't take it anymore because I was curious about the formula. So the color may not be ideal for me, but I was curious to see how it was the same or different from other CoverGirl blushes that have been currently in their line, because I love CoverGirl blushes. I have such good luck with them. I think maybe, oh boy, I have a lot of them, and I think out of all the ones that I've ever owned, maybe one shade I didn't like, so most of the time they work well for me. So as far as these shades go, there are 3 shades in here, and these are what the shades look like swatched. So as you can see, they swatch very light, and most people would be like, oh, there's no pigmentation. But for somebody with fair skin, it's easier for me to work with a blush that's not super pigmented. So I was kind of relieved actually when I swatched this yesterday. Was it yesterday or the day before I got this? But anyways, whenever I swatched it, I was actually kind of relieved that this isn't what ended up on my fingers. And then if you swatch it, just swirl it in the pan and pick up all 3 colors, that's what you get. So this can look pretty scary for somebody with light skin, but don't be scared of it because it's not going to end up being dark, even if you do swirl the darker colors into it. So I do not have anything on right now for blush or bronzer or contour, and I figured I would do a demo because it's fun to do a demo. So I'm just going to use my trusty Inglot 4SS brush that my friend June sent me. And we can get Inglot here. It's just I don't have any stores or counters or anything that sell Inglot anywhere near where I live. The closest place to me where I could get Inglot is they now have an Inglot counter at Macy's in Boston, but I don't live anywhere near Boston. So I'm just going to swirl my brush in all 3 colors, and yeah, let's just use all 3 shades and just see how it goes. Wow, that is really, really light. Now if you look at the other side, yeah, that is really, really light. I think we're going to need a different brush for this. because this is not very pigmented and it is very light. So let's see, what should we use instead? This is very fluffy, so what we want is something denser, such as denser and larger, or just dense. Yeah, let's use the MAC. What is this? I can't even read the numbers anymore. 130? I think this is a 130. I'm not positive on the number. It's all worn off because I've had this for a while. This is really going to pick up a lot of the product. So let's try that. All right, there we go. Now we're getting some product on our brush. Whoa, this is very awkward in the webcam because I'm seeing things like opposite of a mirror. Okay, so now we've got some color. So I really don't think this blush would work for anybody that didn't have fair or light skin because the color's just not going to show up on you, but I think it is pretty. I'm actually kind of surprised that I like this as much as I do because the shades are kind of strange. I mean, like I said, this doesn't look like roses to me. All right, let's do a little contour now. And I'm going to go back to the Inglot 4SS brush and use my Maybelline Fit Me Bronzer in Light Bronze. And I always use whatever I use for a brush from my blush, I use it from my bronzer too. That way it's blending a little bit of the color from the blush in with the bronzer, and then you're not as likely to get like that streak from the contour. So I'm just going to go right underneath at the base of where I put that blush. This is the side that I feel awkward doing. I don't know why. I don't have any trouble with that other side. Okay, yeah, that looks really natural. It's just giving me a hint of color. I feel like it complements the other makeup that I chose to do today, which will, you know, always be in the description box if you ever have a question about anything that I'm wearing. But yeah, I think this color really suits what I did with my eyes and my lips today. So I like it. But like I said, I really don't think this would work. You would really have to pack this on if you had medium or dark skin tone. I don't feel like this would work as well for anybody that didn't have light skin. So yeah, I like it. But I do tend to like CoverGirl blushes because, like I said, it's so much easier to work with a blush that's not pigmented because it's very simple to just add more. But if you have something like a NARS blush, for example, I mean, you have to just barely tap your brush in there, and even then sometimes it's just hard to blend it out and get a nice even distribution. It's just more work. I'm a little lazy when it comes to makeup, so sometimes less pigmented is actually better, I think. It depends. I mean, you want it to show up, but that's it, you guys. That's my first impression of the CoverGirl Clean Glow blush in Roses. And I'll see you next time. Bye.